Hey guys, today I'm going to teach you how to make a spicy chicken katsu sando. We're going to start off by making a dredge. We're going to add 1/2 cup AP flour, 2 to 3 tablespoons of cayenne pepper. If that sounds like too much to you, adjust at will. And then 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. Go ahead and give these a mix until thoroughly combined. You don't want any clumps, you want everything to be pretty evenly distributed. Grab a fresh bowl. Crack in 1 egg like a total pro. Mix in 1/4 cup of your favorite hot sauce. I like to use Frank's Red Hot. Give that a mix until it looks a little bit like this. Because chicken safety in the kitchen is important. Boom. Magic. Next, you're going to want to pound out your chicken. You can either use breast or thigh. I'm using a breast today. Either way, you really want it to be about probably 1/4 inch thick. Next, cut that beast in half because we're not monsters. Align your dredge, egg wash, and panko breadcrumbs, like so, for optimal kitchen efficiency. Take your piece of chicken, place it in the dredge first, making sure to get all those nooks and crannies covered. Then hit the egg wash, then to the breadcrumbs. Now you want to make sure that the breadcrumbs are pretty evenly distributed over this entire piece of chicken. Otherwise you might end up with little bites that aren't crunchy, and that's not what we want here. Give your breadcrumbs a little shake to redistribute them. Get out any little rogue chicken pieces, and repeat. Pour yourself a nice cold beer because, well, you deserve it. Next you're going to want to heat up some olive oil, probably about 1/4 to 1/2 cup depending on the size of your pan. You're going to want to get this just to the point where it's glistening. You don't want it to smoke. And when choosing oils, remember that the flavor of the oil is going to come through in your dish. Fry this bad boy for about 2.5 to 3 minutes before flipping. You know your katsu's ready to flip whenever it's a nice golden brown. Just like that. Go ahead and cook on the other side for about 2.5 minutes before placing it on a cooling rack. That's pretty much it for the katsu. Now to move on to the sauce. So before actually mixing up the sauce, we're going to cut up some pickles. Now today I'm using dill pickles. You could use bread and butter pickles, maybe hot pickles, whatever pickle you prefer. Just be sure that you cut them up into small bits. You don't want massive pickle chunks in your sauce. Get your pickle pieces into a small bowl. You're going to want to add 1/2 cup mayonnaise, 1/4 cup hot sauce. Pull out your favorite stirring utensil, give it a stir until you've got something that's about the consistency of paint. It's really up to you how thick or thin you want your sauce to be. Gather up your bread and your sauce. We're almost done. So I've chosen to toast this bread. I'm using a brioche today. Feel free to use whatever bread you want. I've used sourdough. It's okay. I suggest something more light and fluffy. If you have access to Japanese milk bread, that would be fantastic. After thoroughly saucing both sides of bread, go ahead and slap on that spicy katsu, and congratulations! You've made your first ever spicy katsu chicken sando. If you're looking to impress your family, friends, or possibly the internet, go ahead and cut off the crust and then cut it into 3 even sections. Just be sure not to waste these end bits because they are quite tasty. Well, that pretty much wraps up this video. If you have a comment or suggestion, leave it below. As for me, I'm going to pour myself a puppers and dig in.